Achoo.
We live now. Nice.
All right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am with my very good friend Darius, and we are ready to share with you another great tidbit of wisdom, information, and just overall, literally good juju that you will be able to take with you moving forward. Shout out to those of you in the live chat. We see you already bussing.
Let me,
Um,
let me see them.
what was that?
I'm about to go in the live chat so I can see them too real quick.
Awesome, awesome. And other than that, how you doing, bro?
I'm good. I just came from the gym, so I feel like pumped with energy. I'm good. I'm real good. How are you, man?
And you're in Vietnam, right?
I'm in Vietnam, yes. So it's currently 10:38 in the morning, my time.
Oh, in the morning. Okay, so you fresh out. You got up early. You worked
Yes,
out. That's beautiful.
yes.
That's
So I
awesome.
feel real good.
All right.
It's 8:30, like it's almost like 8:40 your time, right?
It is. Yep. It is 8:38 p.m. PST.
Okay, okay. All right. Nice. I love that. I love technology, man. Technology makes life so much easier. You can connect with people, do all kind of stuff across the world. I love it.
In fact, that's actually something I want to just sit and reflect with you right now because everything about this is so much like our ancestors' dreams. I mean,
Yeah,
you're
literally.
you're how far away and we're having a casual conversation.
Yes. And we're about to like really bring the people forth, bring them through, right? Uproot them and remove all that stagnant energy they might have carried over from 2020. We're washing away that today. So I really want to talk about what an energy attunement is, first of all, right? Because that might sound a little like, what is he talking about? So an energy attunement is like it's energy work, spiritual work to align you with your power, bring you back to your source, right? Allow you to tap into you, the true version of you, right? I'm big on you realizing how powerful you truly are. And a part of that, sometimes it's not just a mental understanding, it's not just something we feel or we know.
Right.
Sometimes work can actually be done, energy work can actually be done to assist you in diving in deeper into that truth version of you. So today I'm going to be doing some energy work on everyone in attendance. So the great thing about energy work, like technology, it can bridge the gap between us, you and I, regardless of location. So I'm in Vietnam, you're in Las Vegas. We have people all across the world right now watching this video, whether you're watching it live or the
Right.
recording. The energy is still going to transmute to you still the same way. You're going to still receive that energy as well. So I'm excited because I'm going to be doing some awesome stuff for you guys. Awesome
Clive,
stuff.
thank you so much. He said he needs this, bro. I mean, just to be honest, I hope y'all are ready because Darius is bringing the fire. Okay, true to him being a Leo fire sign, like, this is some real deal, energy work.
Yeah.
And I know this is also a part of the masterclass you're offering. One of the most practical, useful, and helpful masterclasses I've ever had the privilege and honor of being a part of. Money well spent. And because I joined the masterclass, I have lifetime access. So he's been giving updates to this and he's been hooking me up with that, just like any of you have who are also part of masterclass too. So yeah, could you speak to us more about the masterclass and also the attunement and how that fits?
Yes. So the master class is actually a free master class. So what you it's like think of it as an appetizer, right? So first you get the appetizer, you see if you like a little sample pattern, you got your chicken nuggets, you got the French fries on the side, maybe you got some onion rings, right? You dip and dab, right? Maybe you realize you prefer the onion rings, so then you order the main platter of onion rings, right? So that's what the master class is. It's a sampler of my techniques to basically align you with your most powerful ancestor, then show you how to choose herbs from your pantry without having to go to Google, without having to go to YouTube, without having to rely on someone else's knowledge to choose your own herbs. And then to take that, add it to an oil, conjure over it, so you're able to manifest with this conjure oil every single time, even if you're a beginner. One of the main things I get all the time is, how do I add power to my oils? How do I choose my herbs? How do I know my ancestors are connected to me, right? There's often doubt. People might be aware they have the power, but how do you harness that power and apply it to a conjure oil to manifest with results, right? In 2021, what we're doing in this year is we're aligning with ourselves and realizing we have the power to manifest every single time. Know this: magic, spell work, conjure, it's a science, right? It's quantifiable, it's mathematical. You don't question when someone says 1+1 = 2 because it's fact. It's not up for discussion, it's not up for consideration. We're in the stage where now magic is in the same space. Spirituality is just as quantifiable, right? So now when I say you can make a conjure oil to manifest, know that it can be done in that way, because it's like 1+1 = 2. If you have these step-by-step systems in place to make this conjure oil the right way, what's going to happen is you're going to get results. So if you show up to this free masterclass, what's going to happen is you're going to gain a step-by-step system to take actionary steps in order, right? And when you take the actionary steps in order, what's going to happen is you're going to be given a blueprint that we can repeat for the rest of your life, just from the free component, right? I have people who show up to the masterclass, they just do what's on the free part and get results. I try to give content, and I try to give free content that if you follow the free content, you'll get results, right? I'm big on impact over income. You change someone's life, the money will come later, right? You can charge them later down the road, right? But when you change someone's life in the now, not only are you changing their lives, but you're affecting those around them, because you're shifting that person's vibration. You're raising them up. As a result, it's like a domino effect. I change your life, you change someone else's life, it's a domino effect. And of course, that good energy, that good juju is going to come back to me, whether it's financially, whether it's success or opportunities open up. So I'm big on impact over income and really getting content that is of value up front for free. And that is exactly what this masterclass is all about. So there should be a link. I'm pretty sure we scroll
It's in
down.
the description box.
Yeah. There's a link in the description box. Definitely check that out. Sign up. Even if you can't make it
Paula,
live,
thank you.
you'll get a replay emailed out. So definitely you're gonna want to sign up. Even if you can't make it live, sign up.
And
Go
and
ahead.
this is what I love about what you're doing, bro. Because like let's say someone can't afford the masterclass, you, just like you say, you provide free wisdom to which they can actually apply that and then use what you're doing to make the money to go
Yeah,
further.
sure.
And when in your first installments where you actually had us in a group, that was one of the coolest things. Like, we would meet with you for a week, and then for the next week, people live in the video would share their testimonials. And the best thing, which I know is probably part of the free material, but like the most and I'll keep saying this, but the most life-changing like facet that came from your course came from the free stuff. Like, it came from the intro. Like, we didn't even get down to the nitty-gritty, like how to dress the candle, which was just all sorts of like intense, deep, and accurate. We were just doing the first lesson about mindset
Yeah,
and about like, daily exercises. And that's what I love. It's all practical. You don't give us
yeah,
wooly conceptual bullshit. Like, you give us exercises, and the exercise you gave, what's something say Mercedes about, the Dream Life Manifesto, but also just kind of like the mindset, and also the gratitude exercise really
yes.
shifted my mind so much to where I started to see results just from that. And we didn't even get into the main part of the course. So that's why I will always say you are legit, man. Like, you definitely are providing a really great service. I love how Paula said you're doing God's work like an angel master. So
Hey,
it's very the one thing that I really like, especially that Paula was saying, is I've been wanting this for so long. You feel me? And I feel like you're really helping people like me who believe in magic, know magic, unconsciously do magic, but just want a way to like organize it, structure, and like you said,
yes,
make it a science as opposed
exactly.
to just a random occurrence. So it's really
Exactly. You have so many people posting stuff about manifestation and spell work, but it's not step by step and structured, right? I went to school for molecular biology. I have Mercury, Venus, and Mars in Virgo in the sixth house.
Oh
So I'm
shit.
really big on details, specificity. I want all the stuff in order. I want numbers. I want proof. I'm a skeptic. I don't believe in anything you're saying unless you can prove it to me by
Right.
my standards, right? So I wanted to present that same type of high level of structure when it comes to magic because spirituality is ahead of science. So they can quantify the shit they quantify in a lab, right? Like we were doing. I can quantify magic. So that's what I'm working with. That's what I've been doing, right? This course, Conjuring Create, is a step by step, systematic way to manifest every single time. Who else do you know is suggesting that magic can always work? A lot of times you hear people saying magic doesn't always work. If you try,
Exactly. Right.
when I hear that, that tells me you don't know what you're doing. That's what I immediately think. If you are saying, hey, this might not work, that means you don't know what you're doing. You don't know how to do the work, right? That's like someone saying, hey, 1 plus 1 might not equal 2. It might not equal 2. It
Right.
should always equal 2.
It
Always.
reminds me of Thor when Thor was saying that they're like, oh, science, and it's like, oh, it's magic. And he basically
Yes.
inferred they're the same. And there are magic sciences. And I feel
Yes.
like this is an example. And one thing that I respect about this is before I'd be skeptical, but I've really come through in a way where, I've done magic unconsciously. Like I've done it without bringing it into a science.
Mm.
So, it's like, it's no longer like, oh, does this work or not? It's like, oh, this works, but how do I make it work consistently? And that's
Right.
why I appreciate you, bro, because you definitely got the Virgo energy for sure.
Absolutely, man. I really do. I really connect with Virgos. I feel them for sure. Definitely. So yeah, I definitely have that Virgo energy. My sun and Jupiter are also in the sixth house. So I have 5 planets in the
So you're
sixth house.
Pisces rising.
Pisces rising. Yep.
Oh,
For
there we
sure.
go.
So
So you
I
got sixth house sun and a Virgo moon. That's insane.
Cancer moon, Jupiter in
Cancer
Cancer.
moon.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
Jupiter and Sun conjunct in Leo, but in the sixth house.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
That's what's up. 12th house to this.
For sure. So yeah, let's dive into that attunement. I don't want to keep the people waiting. It might be late where they are. I want to let's go and dive in. So what I'm going to be doing again is attuning your energy, right? I'm going to be assisting you, giving you an energetic uplift. So I don't know how these come across. Sometimes I kind of just tune in and do what is best for those in attendance. But I might be chanting something. I might be making weird faces or whatever. Just go with it. All I ask of you is to raise your hands like so. Raise both hands, palms facing the computer screen or your phone, wherever you are in the world. And then just breathe. Just breathe from this. It would be nice for you to close your eyes and be focused. Let's say right now you're driving or something or you're out. Definitely watch the replay and follow along with your hands facing the palm facing the TV screen or whatever, and just breathe, okay? And just be present. That is all you need to do, nothing else. And if you want to watch this every day this week, by all means, it'll work in that same regard because energy always is a constant, right? It cannot be destroyed or it's always there. It's always there. So if you want to watch this 10 years from now, it'll still be there. The same attunement will uplift you in that moment. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it.
And so we're just receiving the energy, right? We're just gonna breathe in and just kind of like relax and all right, for sure.
Correct. Just breathe it on in and just chill out, relax, and it's done. Yeah. All right, awesome. Okay. All right. Nice. Very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. Awesome. I do want to say, if there's any doubt about your ability to conjure, to manifest, know that that is not your feelings. That is not your doubt. So much doubt came up. So much fear. Can I do it? I don't know if I can. It's like this hesitation. It's mental. It's in here. It's not yours. That's not you. Know that. If you've ever felt that energy of doubt of this,
Right.
it's not you. It is not you. It's 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 not you. That came up the entire time. Came up the entire
That was
time.
the very last thing I was contemplating too. Like
Yeah.
I was simulating in my head like a skeptic, kind of like I was kind of like trying to explain it, and I didn't even realize that's the doubt you're picking up on too, which is wild.
Yeah, it's not you. It's not you. It's not you. That's not your energy. It's not you. If you've ever felt that ever, it's not you. Ever, ever, ever. I can't emphasize that enough. I cannot emphasize that enough. It's not you. It's not you. That was the entire time. That energy was there the entire time. It's not you. Not you, not you, not you. Not you. I'm going to keep saying that it's not you.
It's not you.
It's not you. Yeah, that's not your energy. Not your energy, okay? All right. Yes. Woo, that was good. That was good. That was good. That was good.
Someone said an unrelated message on my computer popped up saying I just hear music. It's working. That was awesome.
Nice.
Right.
Awesome. Yes. Yeah. I feel good. I love doing it. It feels great. It feels great. And it's so funny because, again, Michael, you're like this vessel. I was doing the work on you. All I focused on was you this entire time, but it was coming through to other people. It was shooting out to who else needed. That's awesome. That's amazing. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Very good. Very good.
So now that we've attuned the energy, now this is where we connect with our power ancestor.
Yes, correct. So the whole point of what I was just doing is aligning you with the real you. So that doubt, all that other fear, that ain't you. The real you is in the know, in the confidence, in the connection, right? I want to give you a little secret here. Everything I can do, you can do too. I ain't special. I just really tapped into me. So now it is my job to show you how to tap into you. Right. I'm not unlocking, I'm not giving you anything you don't already possess. I'm simply showing you what's already there and allowing you to recognize it, to remember. That's all I'm doing. I'm bringing back your memory of what is already there. I'm not really special. You and I are the same. You and I are exactly the same. So the very first step is in the knowing, but sometimes the old stagnant energy gets in the way. So it's important for me to bring that awareness back to you. Right. That was right? Now that you have the awareness of your power, of the power you possess, the next step is to connect with your energies that are with you, your ancestors, your deities, gods, goddesses, all of that energy that is with you right now. It's time to connect with them on a consistent basis. So the next
right?
On a consistent basis, you talk to your people every week, your spiritual people every week, right? Same type of connection. You want to make it more consistent. And in order to do that, you need, again, a step-by-step process of structure that brings results every single time. So the next step is known as the BDE method. I do a deep dive into this method of connection on that free master class. Definitely sign up. Even if you can't make it live, sign up for it. We're going in. You get the replay, fam. You get the replay. So go ahead and sign up to that. The next step is to connect to them first. And once you connect to them, let me give you a quick little example, right? I'm pretty sure majority of the people in attendance have experienced being around negative people, right? As a result, you feel their negative energy. The same thing with positive people and positive energy, right? So when you surround yourself with the power of your power ancestor, of your deities, your gods, you begin to take on that same energy. That energy combined with your energy can be harnessed and applied to a conjurer and then used on various parts of your body or various parts of your home to manifest a specific result that you desire. That is essentially the equation of manifestation that I'm using to get results. So when I mean results, I'm talking your very first oil, you manifest a very first love oil. You make it on a Friday. By Monday, you have someone professing their love to you. I got results like that. Your very first oil, you make it on a Wednesday, give it to your husband on a Thursday. He closes a business deal on a Friday worth $1 million, contract signed. I got testimonials like that. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about that type of manifestation. I'm not talking about I'm going to feel better on a Tuesday.
Right.
no, that's
And once again, like I'm in the live chats with you, watching people share their experiences with work. So it's not like you're just saying this. Like the testimonials are just like a whole nother level of just like wow, because it's like a science. It's like you see it manifest.
Absolutely,
And
absolutely.
and in that sense too, once it's been established as a science, that also helps me respect the timing. Like if
Right.
it does take an extra day or two, it's working, it's magic. And I've really learned to like respect that
Yes.
and not
I
try and rush it or try and be like, is it happening yet? Is it happening yet? And it's like, yeah.
I can confidently say this. If you follow my course step by step, you do everything I say, and you make the conjugal, you have the power altar, you do every single thing I say, usually what's been happening is results within 3 days. That's the longest time I've seen. From you going from module one, module two, all the way to the end course, when you finish a course, 3 days results. That's usually the time frame. I've noticed that it's always in the time of 3. So I'm very confident with my methods because for the past 2 years, it's been this. For the past couple of years of me teaching this course, it's been this way. Everyone gets results when they do the work. So yeah, fam, I'm excited for that masterclass. Again, the masterclass is the free component. It's like a sampler, right? You like that, you're gonna love the actual course. And when you watch the masterclass, you get a discount on the main course. Only those who sign up for the masterclass get a discount on the course because the masterclass is like a sampler. So I know if you like that, you're gonna love this. So I want to help you love it even more by making sure it's a no-brainer for you financially, right? So yeah, definitely sign up, you guys. It's gonna be awesome. Hey, McCoy said I just signed up. I love that. Yes,
That's what's up.
yes, absolutely. I'm hyped. It's gonna be good for sure, for sure. Yeah, let's do some Q and A because I couldn't even watch the chat this entire time. I didn't see any. I couldn't see any of the chat. I was busy.
Chat is live, it's bussing.
It is. It is.
Miss
Yes.
Fire said her power ancestors just randomly definitely brought her here.
Hey, all day. That I want to talk about that. If you're here right now, if you're here a year from today, if you're here tomorrow, you're watching the replay, it is divine timing. Be very aware of that. This is high vibrational energy, right? So you have been called to here. You have been drawn to like a moth to a flame, right? Like you have outside those little fluorescent lights that bring in mosquitoes and stuff and bring in flies. Right now you're a fly. You brought in by the light, fam. And that's all good. Be very aware of that. So if you are here right now, know it is with divine timing. So make use of that. Don't wait. Don't procrastinate, right? Let's make use of it. Let's take some action.
I love how Isha said, ready to be free of the middleman and getting
Hey,
right.
yes, I love that. I love that. Yeah, I'm all about entrepreneurship, doing your own thing on the side. Yes, for sure, for sure.
Once again, if any one of you have any questions you'd like Darius to answer, we're here. Also, I have a question for you. So what I think it's because I have a Capricorn moon, right? But like what if it doesn't feel like you're connecting to a power instance? Because I can definitely acknowledge it, but like I don't really feel any like sensations. I just kind of have to believe, right?
I could, well, it depends. Like, it depends on what you're doing before you're actually connecting. I had this question on like so I do like weekly coaching with my students, right? And someone is kind of the same thing. Like they were following the steps, but they weren't receiving a confirmation that made them feel secure that they were actually connecting. So what we did in that moment is I taught them how to like before you begin to connect, you have to do pre-work. So a great way is to be in a state of gratitude and so forth. But sometimes, let's say you're busy. Let's say you don't got time for that, right? Something you can do is visualize. So you might not be a feeler, especially with a Capricorn moon, but you'll receive in other ways, voices.
Sometimes I see signs that are like after the fact, like, oh, I did connect. So that's helped me, accept that I do connect, but just learning, sometimes I feel like, am I doing it right? So I guess I just need to trust that I'm doing it right.
Right. Yeah. So if I say steps 1, 2, and 3, you did steps 1, 2, and 3, you did it right. And you will receive in those steps, you will receive some sort of confirmation, whether it's visual, audible, you'll get a feeling if you're more water-based in terms of your astrological chart. But yeah, everyone has what I call a spirit muscle, right? So clairvoyance, clairsentience, right? Everyone can perceive in different ways. And how you perceive is how you perceive. It's all good. There's nothing wrong with that. You have to know what that muscle is for you. So you know how to expect to receive, right? Like I feel everything. I be feeling shit, right? So that's
Shout
my
out to
way.
the water moons, the Pisces moon,
Yeah,
Cancer moon, Scorpio moons. Yeah, y'all feel it for real.
for real, right? So I know, okay, when I tune in, I look forward to feeling something as my personal confirmation. So part of it's knowing your muscle. What is your spiritual muscle that you use to receive from the word of spirit, right?
Gotcha.
And that's a big part of it too. That's also in module 1 for sure that we go over in the course, how you can really, how to perceive for you, right? Because like you said, having a Capricorn moon, might not necessarily feel in the way that I do. And that's okay.
I get physical sensations. I just think too much about it. I know Lisa just said I was just having fear and got called here, or she said that I just got called here the moment you said that it's the timing. And then Misty said, "Is this the time to get in on it?"
Hey,
Yes, it is. To answer your question.
Yes, it is for sure, 100%, absolutely.
And then meanwhile, can you use intention only to create magic or for manifesting?
Technically, yes. So it's just a very tedious way. So the reason I make conjure oils because the oils hold the energy, right? Some days I have bad days. Some days I don't feel like fucking conjuring. I get angry, right? Being a Cancer moon, my emotions are fucking everywhere, right? So I want to capitalize on the good times, the good emotions. That's what I conjure when I'm feeling high vibe, apply it to the oil, and that oil will stay in that high vibe energy, regardless of how I feel the next day. So technically, yes, you can, but it's just more tedious. You have to do more work.
And personally, doing intention only is what, in my experience, brought inconsistency because it was only intention. So like this is where it would hit or miss, or when it would hit, I wouldn't be aware it hit because I didn't really structure it. You know what I mean? Or
yes, correct. Also, the great thing about applying it to an oil is that on Monday you feel great, you conjure over the oil, awesome. Let's say on Wednesday you feel great again, awesome. You're adding more energy each time and it's holding that same energy and doubling up, amplifying it as time progresses. Whereas with intention, you have to hold intention consecutively for several days on end. So it kind of gives you more freedom to be human when you have a conjure oil, right? I don't expect everyone to be fucking Jesus by tomorrow. It takes time to level up spiritually, right? And that's okay. But a conjure oil is like a little cheat sheet on the side that you can add to on the good days, and it holds that energy consistently for you. So to answer your question, yes, it's just more work for you. Honestly, it's just more work for you. And I don't want you to work as hard, right? Because you have bad days, right? You have bad days. And on the bad day, you can use that good energy from that oil to switch from a bad day to a good day. So it's a win-win. Awesome. I saw another question.
Maggie, you're deaf here to do some big shit, especially with that 6th house energy. And I think it was KB. Is it possible to conjure an oil for pain relief?
Ooh, absolutely. However, you have to first reach a state where you are kind of like, so in order to, the energy we're adding to it is the energy we first tap into ourselves. So I'm hoping, assuming you don't have pain all the time, if you do have pain all the time, you have to first raise your vibration high enough so you are able to receive the pain from a place of spirit, knowing that this pain is meant to give you a greater sense of joy in the world. So you have to first raise your vibration high enough to then be able to harness that vibration energy for the sake of pain relief down the road. So yeah, it really depends on how deep the pain is and how high you're able to get with your vibration. But to answer the question in short, absolutely. I strongly believe every disease, every ailment can be cured. Facts. I truly believe cancer.
Especially with breath work and oil. Oh yeah.
All day. Hell yeah, I believe that. So can I do it for some pain relief? All day, absolutely.
Please hit that like button if you haven't yet. And Christy Love asked a really good question. If I'm seeing the same angel number for long periods of time, does that mean I'm not learning the lesson?
No, it means the exact opposite. It means you're right on the path. Exactly. It means you're right on the path. My time right now is 11:11.
Right, it's 9:11 when we said, what is that about? Yeah. I didn't know it was a repeating number too when I said that too.
That's exactly. So for me, that means like spiritual teacher.
Psychic.
Like spreading that knowledge. So when I see that, I'm like, okay, I'm on the right path. Those are breadcrumbs that you're on the right path. So it's actually a phenomenal thing. You're seeing it all the time.
And the best way to see that too is what were you thinking of when you're shown that number? It's usually
correct.
Like whatever you're thinking and feeling, keep it up. So King Venos asked, but what if you have more than spiritual muscle? Do you search for all the confirmations?
So you want to work with your most dominant one first, right? And then you dive into the others. So let's say that you're best at clairvoyance. You want to tap into that first because that'll give you a sense of confidence. It'll provide a sense of ease. And it'll just make everything so much easier, right? To know that you're already good at this. So to master what you're already good at will take maybe a few months of like maybe a few weeks if you're following a step-by-step process. But once you master what you're already good at, then everything else is a piece of cake because you know worst case scenario, you're good. You already got how to receive, right? That's a very good question. But it's important to work on what you're best at. For example, something I teach my students is how to make their specialty conjure oil. So what we do is we look at your birth chart and we determine what your power planet is using the 7 classical planets of astrology. So the sun, the moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. And depending on the strengths of these 7 planets, we determine that certain oils are better for you. So like you have a dominant spirit muscle, you have a dominant power planet, meaning your type of magic is specifically stronger than other types of magic. So you want to first begin working on your dominant magic first, because that's when you get results in 3 days. That's when you're able to manifest $1 million in business revenue, a new dude or a new woman in 3 days, that sort of thing, right? And then once you have that foundation, you manifest your desires with your specialty, you can then go on to others for the sake of it, right? So we have 7 different specialty conjure oils for the 7 classical planets. First is success, which correlates to the sun, right? So success is obviously success, right? You win it, you be winning shit, right? So then you have the moon. You have amplification, which is associated with the moon, amplifying that energy, right? Third is road opener oil, which is for Mercury, fast, quick, spontaneous, right? Mercury is a very fast moving planet. Road opener oils often open up doors in spontaneous ways. For example, my specialty is road opener oil. So I made an oil on a Wednesday and was literally almost forced to move to Vietnam. I was living in South Korea and I was literally forced to move to Vietnam. And so that I made it on a Wednesday. By Monday, I was in Vietnam on a one-way plane ticket. 60 days later, COVID blew up. It became a thing, right? And where I was living in Korea is exactly where COVID really blew up. So had I stayed there, I would have got COVID, facts. Whereas in Vietnam, COVID has been virtually non-existent. No quarantine, no social distancing. Like life is normal here, right? Because I made that one oil and I was forced to leave this country I loved, but at a perfect timing. So I used one oil to avoid a global pandemic. That is the power of road opening. Spontaneous and it's quick. Mind you, I would have never thought to come to Vietnam. It was never something I wanted to do. Korea was always a place I wanted to live, but because that one oil, that fast, quick moving oil, I was able to manifest a perfect move at the perfect time, right? So that is road opener energy. Then you have Venus, attraction oil for love, Venus, right? That makes sense. Then there's power oils for Mars, right? And then you have wealth oils for Jupiter. Jupiter expands whatever it touches, right? Then you have protection oil for Saturn. So it is imperative you first start off with making what you're strongest at, and you'll get results day one, right? So you should focus on your strongest spirit muscle. And when you join the course, I'm going to teach you to focus on your strongest conjure oil as well.
And a way for diseases too, like you might do an oil and maybe the disease doesn't heal, but the oil brings you in contact with somebody who can help heal your disease.
Correct. Exactly. Yes, that is perfect. I'm so happy you said that. That's an awesome way to perceive manifestation. Sometimes as spiritualists, we expect money. If we want money, we expect money in our bank account like this, right? But instead, what you receive is a phenomenal business idea, or you'll find a partnership or an affiliation or something that'll bring money just as quick, right? But because you're focused on money coming into your bank account now, you kind of block yourself out. So I'm so happy you said that. That's awesome. That's
a lot of magic is recognizing the available means because it manifests so quickly we don't even notice because it doesn't look like the way we want it to.
Exactly. Perfectly said. Exactly.
So Twilight Mist said, I just got here 5 minutes ago from watching Qigong video on energy movement and using it for real life applications. That's awesome. Synchronicity. Right.
Hey, yes, I love that. Very good. I'm loving this energy, man. This is fun.
Okay, someone asked if Mercury was the dominant planet, speaking would be the strongest magic, but you said it was the road openers. I think you may see another live with Darius and I, and we'll go more into the dominant oils and knowing what your planet is.
For sure, yes.
But yeah, for now, we do see someone ask, how do you figure out your dominant planet on your own? Can you share with us an impromptu conjure oil that we can make at home now?
Ooh, okay, yes. Very good, very good. So, the first, I will say this. Let's first define what a conjure oil is, like what components you need for a conjure oil. So first, you need the actual oil, right, known as a carrier oil. So the best oil I have found is sweet almond oil. Why? It's ruled by the energy of Mercury. Fast, moving, quick, right? It opens up doors automatically. So sweet almond oil is the carrier oil you want, first and foremost, right? From there, you want to choose 3 dried herbs, okay? 3 whole dried herbs. Now, when it comes to choosing the actual herbs, what you should not do, what you absolutely should not do is research. That is the last thing you want to do. So we've often been told that cinnamon is good for money, right? Let's say your ex-boyfriend, your ex-girlfriend smelled like cinnamon and it was a toxic relationship. Now you have this association with cinnamon being toxic, right? And that energy, you do not want your oil. So if you listen to what Google's saying, you're gonna add cinnamon anyway, and it's gonna fuck your shit up because you are the power and the herbs are the tools to enhance your power. So if you define cinnamon and you associate cinnamon with toxicity, basically you're going to manifest more of that energy, right? That's how we want. So do not go to Google or rely on any sort of encyclopedia of herbs. No. What you do instead is go to your pantry, use your sight, your smell, and your intuition, okay? I call it the SSI method, sight, smell, intuition. So go to your pantry, choose an herb. First, look at the herb and decide, okay, what type of oil am I making? Does the sight of this herb remind me of the energy of the oil I want to manifest? So let's say you want a money oil. Does the sight of this herb remind me of money? Does the smell of this herb remind me of money? Okay, I got sight and smell. Let me tune in, connect to my power ancestor, and then confirm what my sight and smell told me, right? And then you do that method, and you can determine 3 herbs, not 4, not 5 herbs, not 18, 3. More does not equal better, okay? We want to work with the number 3. We want to have 3 whole dry herbs in sweet almond oil, okay? From there, if you want, for the sake of fragrance, you have 2 ways of adding fragrance. You can use an essential oil, or something I love to do is let the herbs diffuse in the sun. It's a little slower in terms of fragrance, but when it's good, it's great. It takes time to let the herbs diffuse in the oil in the sun, but it smells so fucking good. So that's another method for that. So yeah, at this point, you have the oil, the herbs inside, and the fragrance. From there, you actually want to conjure over it. Now, when it comes to conjure, I want you to keep these things in mind. The work, 80% of the manifestation happens before you light a candle, before you do any prayers, intentions. It starts with you and how you're feeling in that moment, right? So I'm big on optimizing very small amounts, right? Having that Virgo energy, I'm very good with small little details. So it's very important for you to really, really fine tune your vibration before you go to conjure, like any candles and so forth. So you really want to reach a state of having, an energy of having. So let's say you want a dream, your car, right? Let's say you want a Tesla. I would first spend 5 minutes visualizing myself driving a Tesla. What color is a Tesla? How does a Tesla smell? How does it feel? Where am I driving to in my Tesla? I would touch the steering wheel and really, really harness that energy. And that energy can then be applied to the oil, right? But yeah, I really do a deep dive into the SSI method and what I call the 6 sense conjure technique to add power to your oil on that masterclass. But if you want to make the oil right now, that's a great way to do it. That's a really good question.
Divine Love Frequency asked, are there any, let me see. She said, any affirmations or oil to get Dogecoin to the moon by next weekend. Join the masterclass and you will get that. It's a free masterclass. Click the link in the description below and you will get exactly that information, because he's going to go over how to really, you know, shortcuts for oil and, you know, how to do the SSI method for affirmations.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Very good. These are very good questions. I'm loving this. I'm loving this. Awesome. Let's see. I saw something else. Another question. Oh, how do we diffuse herbs in the sun? So you get the herbs you want, put it in the oil, put it in some sort of glass container preferably, and put it in the sun. So you want to let it be in the sun, like early day sun. All sun is good, but the best sun is in the day, right? So it's going to diffuse the most early in the morning. So let it just be out there for I would take my time with it and let it be out there for a good week or so. Because you'll notice the smell will enhance the more the herbs are diffusing. So yeah, just put it in a glass container with the oil and let the sun diffuse the herbs. I wish I had my oil to show you. Yeah, I have it in the room. Give me like 30 seconds. I will get it. It'll be real quick.
Yeah, so for those of you who want to know your dominant planet, I actually found out last week about AstroSeek. If you type in I just created an AstroSeek. I also just created a CoStar. You can add me on CoStar. But yeah, AstroSeek on Google. If you type in dominant planets, you're gonna see Darius and I also give you a personal method that he came up with. But AstroSeek is another resource for those of you who want to check it out now. Brandon asks, and I'm gonna have Darius answer this question too. Does your teachings relate to voodoo? How would you classify? I think that he classifies this as hoodoo, not voodoo. And Darius, just to ask, someone asked, does your teachings relate to voodoo? How would you classify? And I'm assuming that this is a hoodoo practice.
Right. So voodoo is a religion with spiritual practices and certain beliefs where you have to do certain things on certain days. It's more of a very structured system, whereas my system is structured, but it pulls from different areas. So it does have hoodoo elements for sure, but the law of attraction is also there. Sacred geometry is also there, right? There's different feng shui, it's also there, right? So the end, I wouldn't call it hoodoo or this or that. I'm just gonna say it works, right? I'm just gonna say it's the magic that works. And when I think of conjure oils, I think of conjuring as in harnessing energy, bringing forth energy. This energy comes in different forms, right? So for me, it's feng shui, hoodoo elements, candle work, spell magic, crystal healing, sacred geometry, law of attraction, right? Along with physics, actual molecular biology, chemistry, right? Because I'm paying attention. The reason I use oils is because oils are slower moving, right, than water. Water holds energy really good, but it lets go of energy just as quick because it's so flaccid and fluid, whereas oils is thick. So you can add the energy and it holds energy more, and that's more science-based. So I'm drawing from different pools, right? There are hoodoo elements, but I wouldn't call it traditional hoodoo. I would just call it magic that works, right?
Magic that works. Nice. Science. Magic that works is science.
Right, literally.
A body
literally.
Right.
I wanted to show you guys. It's just oil herbs in the sun. Yeah, I put it in like a glass container and I put it on my windowsill to let the sun kind of just seep over it and the oils will diffuse and it smells phenomenal. It smells great. It smells great, smells great. Yes. Awesome. Let's see. Oh, lamplighter. What does a Tesla smell like? You decide. It's your car, homie. Your car. If you want to visualize and daydream about a Tesla, you define the smell. How does it smell to you? That's what matters. Yes. Ooh. Other questions?
Someone said, can you use oils for spiritual cleansings?
Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. So let's say your specialty is wealth oil. What I teach my students to do is to apply their specialty to all areas of their life. So let's say your specialty is wealth oil, but you want love. Well, how you would frame that is, I have an abundance of love. I have an abundance of X, right? So you can now use that wealth to attract an abundance of something. Because the energy of abundance means that is wealth to me, right? You can have an abundance of joy, and that's wealthy type of energy. Abundance of money, abundance of success, abundance of love. So you can, regardless of what your specialty conjure oil is, you can use that one oil to manifest all aspects of your life, because there's certain ways to petition and to frame your intention while conjuring over the oil, while still working with your specialty, your strongest type of magic. So for sure. Yeah,
and
very good.
before I would have been skeptical as far as like, how do I call the planet's energy and link it to the oil? And this is where you bring petitioning. So, I mean, I've petitioned Jupiter just by talking to Jupiter. And I always love telling this story. And this was more intention work, right? This was just me. Like, I remember writing down on a piece of paper once, I'll see a notification for $40 in 2 minutes. And in 2 minutes that happened. And then also, I also put in a cosmic order. So these experiments taught me intention alone is amazing. But now adding the oil adds like a more grounded science. So when I spoke to Jupiter, I was like, hey, can I get $250? I'll sing you 3 songs. And this isn't Saturn. So Jupiter's like, okay, whatever. And I let it go. I forgot I asked. In less than 3 hours, a Sagittarius woman is paying me $250, asking, hey, do you want an extra 50? So I was like, oh my God, this is Jupiter. You sent your daughter, a daughter of Jupiter, right? Sagittarius. So, I mean, that was kind of what let me know, wow, I could really just connect with these energies. And it's as simple as just setting the intention. But now I feel like that's the intention. Now I'm taking it a step further by taking that energy and grounding in oil, which I think is
and being able to use that oil over and over again. Exactly.
right.
Maggie has a really good question. Sweet almond oil, can it be cold pressed and unrefined? So I want you to think of it as this. The closer you can get it to its natural state, the better. So you want it to not be touched if possible, right? And the reason is this. So these oils, these herbs are coming from nature. Nature isn't ever concerned or worried. Even when a tree is being chopped down, it's not in a fearful state, right? So when you are using herbs and you're trying to get energy to manifest, you want to keep it in its natural state, because nature is of source. It's of the universe, right? So a tree, plants and stuff, they don't have bills to pay. They're not concerned with financial needs or security or stability, even when they're being chopped down. So you want it in its natural state, because as a result, the energy is highly vibrational. And when you have the higher the energy, the higher the vibration, the quicker it manifests, right? The faster the moving energy goes, right? For example, this can be scientifically proven, right? So temperature, an increase in temperature, all that means is the molecules are moving faster and faster and faster. As a result, more energy is coming off, and that energy is produced in the form of heat. That's all that means. So the same thing when it comes to magic. The higher the energy, the quicker the molecules are moving, the quicker the manifestation.
So someone asked a really great question. For the dominant planet, would be the ruling planet of your chart signature sign, or the planet with the most sum points? And yeah.
So I don't, when it comes to connecting astrology to making conjure oils, I have my own method. And I'm not saying that the other methods are incorrect. I'm just saying this is how I determine what mine was and what has been working for me, my students. So what I do is I first kind of pinpoint the 7 classical planets, and then I look into the trines and the sextiles first. And if I can define the strongest planet by using that, awesome, right? Let's say trine and sextiles are both +1. So it's like a point system, +1, +1. A square is a -1, because a square means tension, a lack of harmonious energy. So I would think, okay, this planet has 3 +1, but a -1. So now the overall score is 2, right? So I would do that, and based off of that, I will find one planet that's stronger and correlate that with one conjure oil. Now, let's say there's a tie. Let's say that multiple planets have the exact same power level. What I would then do is look what sign that planet is in. So Jupiter does really good in Sagittarius, right? So I would give a +1 for that. And then that isn't enough in itself. I would then look at the houses and see what house that is in. So Jupiter in Sagittarius in the 9th house, even better, right? It's another +1.
So to answer your question, it is the sum of what whoever has the highest sum, that'll be the dominant planet.
Right, correct. Yeah, for sure.
I thought Saturn was mine, and it's like my second most dominant, but it's mainly Venus for me. It depends. But yeah, thank you, Christy Love. Much appreciated. And Brandon said, "Oh my God, you give up so much free game." Yo, Darius is legit, my friends.
For sure.
He really is here for y'all. Okay.
For sure.
And once again, when you guys invest in the course, you get lifetime access. So like if he does an update, you'll get access to that. And any questions you have, you know, I see this man as someone who wants to remind people that they're magic and they're powerful and they're valuable. So it's like he's giving us tools to free our life with our own abilities, right? And he's not saying that, he's not acting like he has a higher power than us. If anything, he says that we're the same, right? So he's just
all day.
helping align, which is great. Do you know? Okay, never mind. So, yeah. So would it be Mars for me with the stellium and Aries, blue flame? Great question. It really depends. When we meet next time, we're gonna go more into how to calculate that. But other than that, you know, I hope you guys enjoyed this live talk. Please make sure you check out the I'm gonna actually put could you send me your YouTube channel link and I could put that
Sure.
Because someone asked if you have a channel.
I do. I'm going to be, so I took like a little break from making videos. I'm going to start back this month. So I'm really excited for that.
Nice.
Yes. So I'm going to send it right now. Give me 1 second. 1 second.
Leo is the golden energy. And like Maggie said, he's given us so much gold. So thank you.
I'm going to put it in the Zoom chat.
Could you also put your Instagram?
Yes, I'll put that too. 1 second. So I put that in the Zoom chat too.
Beautiful.
Awesome.
Alrighty, I have saved it. If you refresh the page, you will see it there. And yeah, Darius, is there any final advice or words you want to share with us?
It's already done. Success is already had. Show up, do the work. You're here for a reason, okay? All of you. All of you are here for a reason. Tap into that knowing that it's already done. Chill out. You've already won, okay? Think about it. If you were already successful, would you ever be worried ever again? No. So bring the energy into the now. Now, okay? In the now, in this moment, and this one, and this one. Hold it, maintain it, be consistent with it, okay? It's done. All right? Yeah. You got it.
That was beautiful.
This was beautiful. This was fun. This was fun. Really, really good.
Well, you ladies and gentlemen have a wonderful week ahead. Darius, thank you so much for dropping that wisdom and gold. And yeah, make sure for those who just joining or haven't seen, please hit that like button. If you haven't, check the description box below. You will see a link to a free masterclass. And please join us. We already won. All right. So with that being said, y'all stay blessed as always. And until next time,